Oh, hi. One more time. That's better.
So who cares? Why not do your own thing and let them say what they want?
What's up, guys? So I want to get back into doing the cool intros like I used to with the B-roll and all that stuff, but I didn't have time today because I'm filming this same day and editing it, and I have some crazy stuff going on with the condo and the renovation of the bathrooms, and I've just been like dealing with so much bullshit, and all I want to talk to you guys today about is the updates from before. So I apologize to anyone who is sick of the update videos. I know I've been doing a lot of them lately and kind of just like otherwise not uploading, but that's just because like, oh my god, I have so much footage of different adventures and different things I want to show you, but I just have not had the time to actually edit anything. I have one video that me and Jay did that's like a pretty easy video to edit, and I still have not had time to edit it, so I apologize for all of that. I'm getting back into this, I promise you. The only thing that's not coming together in my life is like a work-life balance where I am able to get to this, which is more of a passion thing now because I make zero money from it, but it also kind of funnels people into my other forms of content that I do make money on. So while I still love it, it also still helps my career, just not as directly as I was hoping that one day it would again, because before I used to make $1,000 on YouTube a month at least, and that was like some amount of money, and then I started making like almost none, but at least I was making some, so there's a possibility I would make some in the future, and now there's no possibility I'll ever make a single dollar on this platform again, but I still fucking love it, and it's still part of like who I am and what I like to do, and you guys are like, I miss you so much. Same with Twitch, I miss you guys. Anyway, so with that rant over, I want to tell you guys how fucking happy I am, because I'm so fucking happy. I did not know there was an ability for me to be this happy. Like, I've always had such a great life, and I've always felt so appreciative of my life. Like, I don't need Thanksgiving to feel thankful for what I have. I've always been very cognizant and actually kind of fearful that I would lose it because my life is so perfect. I was like, if I run into any kind of like real adversity that lasts longer than a week, like something really bad happens, then I might just fucking not be able to handle it, even though I consider myself to be a strong person. But maybe my strength is just coming from the fact that I've had such an easy life or such a good life. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like everything's falling into place perfectly, and I'm where I should be, where I always should have been. Like, I literally didn't know that I could be this happy. It's crazy. Like, I feel so much more secure in my relationship with Hunter now, and I feel like he is also just getting better and better and better, and it doesn't feel fake. You know how, like, in the beginning of a relationship, like, a guy will ask you questions and kind of get a feel for like who you are and what you want, and then like kind of fake that for a few months, and then you move in with him, and then you find out that like he's not the person that you thought he was because he's just been faking it to get into your pants and to fuck you and keep you. Well, it's been like the opposite. I think I've mentioned part of this before, but it's like he started out being kind of like a dick and a fuckboy, and then like slowly, really, it seems like he just really fell in love with me and realized that like even though he hasn't had a girlfriend like me before that wants to like be a life partner and a best friend to him, and you know, who's honestly quite clingy, like, but in a good way. I'm very, it's weird, I'm like clingy, but I'm very independent. Like, I don't need anyone to help me with money or help me with almost anything. Like, I'm probably one of the most independent women that I know, but at the same time, I'm one of the clingier ones. So it's like, I want to always be around the person, but when I'm away from them, like working or doing anything else, like I'm completely capable and I don't need anyone. I just like emotionally want a lot of intimacy in a relationship. So anyway, it seems like he went from being this like person who thought that girlfriends are this kind of way to like really falling in love with how I am, and I truly do feel like he likes every aspect of me and just wants to be a better person for me, and he makes me want to be a better person because he's literally perfect. Like, I don't feel like I deserve him, so I want to work harder to better myself for him, not just for myself. And he just like motivates me in a way I've never been motivated before. And like, I admire so many things about him. Like, yesterday was like such an amazing day because he had an oral argument at the Supreme Court of Nevada, which that sounds like whatever, but like as a lawyer, that's like a really, really big deal. And it's like nerve-wracking, and not a lot of lawyers, his boss even hasn't gotten to speak in front of the Supreme Court. It was 3 justices, which is like not the whole panel or whatever, but like it's really really cool, a really cool opportunity. And just walking into that building, it's like such a weird building. They take your phone right away. I was gonna like try to sneak pictures of him, which is actually kind of funny because they live streamed it, which I will post a clip here.
But if you look at Ballesteros, that's U.S. Home Corp. That's a foreign corporation. There are over, I think, 20 plaintiffs in that case for construction defect. Now you're looking at a mix of different parties from different states, as well as 2 affidavits that were submitted that said, yes, this construction project would not have been possible absent contractors from out of state, absent subcontractors from out of state, absent supplies that came from out of state. That is far different than what we have here, where again, we're just looking at simple care at a residential family home located here in Las Vegas, where the defense admits everybody here involved is a Nevada resident and nothing beyond that comes into interstate commerce.
I could post a link because I recorded it. I like ran home because it's on YouTube live only. And they don't have any VODs, any videos on demand or whatever after. It's just like when it's not live anymore, it's not live anymore. But you know, on desktop, you can go back in a live stream to watch like prior portions of it as long as the live stream's still going. So while other cases are going, I'm going back and like I downloaded OBS Studio on my new laptop, which I would never use to stream, just to record this so that he has it, and then I uploaded it to my channel unlisted. And so I don't know how I feel about it. If it's in the description, you guys can go watch him argue, but it was so cool. He did so well. He's so, like, I knew he was nervous. Like, how could you not be nervous? And it's funny because the defense went before him, and the guy literally was such... I don't know what I don't want to like make Hunter look bad by bad mouthing another attorney, but he was so nervous. It was like so not how you want to be. Like he literally said, "I'm having heart palpitations because I'm nervous." He said that to the fucking judge. I was like, oh my God, there's a time and a place for being vulnerable. The time is right here, right now on a YouTube channel where you want to be endearing to your followers and you want to be honest, and there's strength in vulnerability, but not when you're trying to provide some kind of persuasive oral argument where you are trying to show that you are an authority on something. So like the guy goes first and he's just like, not how I would want to have that go if I were him, let's just say. And then Hunter gets up there, and Hunter's clearly a little bit nervous. Like, he's like, his hands are trembling. You could see it, like, as he's, like, talking in the beginning. And it's just, like, just switches on, and he's so assertive and, like, so, I don't know, just the way he talks with his hands. It's, like, so sexy to, like, watch that. I actually went because it's open to the public. So, like, I went, his dad went with us, and his friend went with. And we were just, like, I don't know, I was blown away. I was like, this guy's fucking amazing. He's come so far since I met him at the last trial, and I'm just so fucking proud of him. When he got up to start talking, I was nervous. I'm not nervous of public speaking, obviously. Well, maybe that's not obvious. I can go up on a stage and talk, and it's no big deal. I was up on a stage dancing for like a concert or something. It's like not scary to me to do that. But like I was feeling that pit in my stomach, like, oh my God, nervousness for him. And then when he like knocked it out of the park, I was like so happy for him. Like I've never been that happy, just like completely taking myself out of the equation. Like I think everyone's a level of selfish, but usually I'm only that happy when it's like for someone else, but it affects me positively as well. I don't feel like this affects me positively. In fact, I feel like it ups his sexual market value or whatever, and like, you know, makes me have to work even harder to be worthy of him. That's how I feel. I don't think he pushes that on me at all. I think he thinks that's silly that I think that, but I think you should get yourself someone that makes you feel that way, you know, like makes you feel so lucky that you're like, fuck, I need to keep working on myself to be better because like I need to be worthy of this relationship and I need to provide at least 50% of this relationship, you know? So like, if anything, it hinders me for him to be that cool or whatever, but I was just like so happy for him. It felt like it was me. It literally felt like I had done that. And I was not even in the equation at all. Like I wanted to take myself out of it so much. Like I didn't want to like go up to him after, like I wanted him to like have his like congratulations from his dad and his coworkers and all the other lawyers and stuff. And it just like, I just like stepped back and I'm just like, this dude's fucking amazing. I don't know. So anyway, other than that, like, It's so weird to think about this, but I never really thought that anyone could change in the way that he has, to the point where I was so skeptical of it at first. He's like, I'm trying to learn like how you operate, and like I really like this relationship and want to keep it. And I've never felt like anyone wanted to keep me so much, you know? I've never felt like anyone wanted to like work on it so much. And like, even though there have been times where I'm like afraid to bring up something that I feel like might start drama or whatever, he's so easy. I've made it a point of like bringing up things that bother me, even if it's like stupid, even though I can just like wipe it under the rug. Like there was some dumb shit, like so dumb. Like for instance, for my birthday dinner, he like came home and we had to like rush to my birthday dinner. And like the fact that he's even like, he made my birthday really amazing, as opposed to last year where he's like, I don't care about birthdays. I don't care about my own birthday. I've never really celebrated birthdays. And now he knows that that means a lot to me. So like he made it like a great week. It really, like he did. He bought me like a really thoughtful gift. It was just great. And like we did stuff that I wanted to do, and like he planned like cute little stuff for me or whatever. And so we were late getting to my birthday dinner, and I was like, I think it's kind of shitty. Like I wanted to tell him, like, I feel like it's kind of shitty that you're like almost late to my birthday dinner, so we have to hustle. I thought you would come home early and then we would like, you know, hang out a little bit, and like, cause it was my birthday day. Like on the day of my birthday was like in the middle of the week. And I was like, I thought you would come home early. And he's like, I had calls. I'm sorry. I didn't plan it to be that way. And that's it. I just wanted to let him know like that bothered me. And I'm like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. It's just like my initial reaction. Cause I feel like we all have initial reactions that are often just like not based in reality. And if one just talks them out with the person who evoked that initial reaction, you can kind of like just fix it really easily. But oftentimes what would happen, at least with me and even with him in the beginning, because he didn't understand me and why I wanted to be so vocal, like people in relationships will often kind of just blow up from that. They'll be like, what the fuck do you want from me? You know, I was at work. I had shit to do, blah, 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 blah. You know, but like with him, I'm just like, yo, I just want to tell you how I feel. And then so he's like, okay, I'll tell you why. And then I'll be like, yeah, I feel this way probably because I felt like you just again weren't caring about my birthday and I was hoping it would be special or something, like that kind of thing. And then it just like goes away. Like I don't even feel that way anymore, you know? And there was another one where, oh yeah, I wasn't feeling very good. And I don't like that how in the beginning, like I actually wrote this down in my phone, like my list of like 5 complaints I have about him back when I wasn't so sure about the relationship, is that like I feel like he'll always do fun things over staying home with me if I'm sick or tired or whatever. Like he will always just go, right? So when we were going to some, I think it was no, it wasn't the wedding. It was some shit or whatever, just something that wasn't too important but was going to be fun. Like I was like, I don't really feel great. And he's like, you want to stay home? And that was his initial reaction. I was like really annoyed at that because from my perspective, he was literally trying to be like, yeah, you just stay home. Like that's his first reaction. Instead of being like, well, how do you think you can make it? Like being more concerned about me or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's annoying, you know? And then I told him, I was like, I'm just annoyed because I feel like you're doing that thing again where you will go have fun with me even if I'm sick instead of opting to stay home and take care of me or whatever. And like, whatever. Or like at least giving me the option of staying home like a little bit later, not just like immediately as I say I'm sick. And he's like, no. I was saying we stay home. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it's like kind of having to unlearn my first preconceived notions of him, you know? So I don't know. But other than him, because we've just been spending, I'm almost afraid too much time together. So I told him like, go out, go do something, you know, that doesn't involve me. And he's like, well, not this week. And I don't know. We've gotten it down really well too with his stress. So like, obviously he was stressed preparing for this Supreme Court thing. And I just like gave him his space. Like he was actually like working on it here so he doesn't get bothered at work. And I just like went out and did tons of chores. I did all like the shit I had to do for the day, like all the beauty appointments. I got my hair done and shit. And just like gave him space. And I was like, do you need anything? I went to fucking Staples or whatever to like pick up. He needed a stapler and he needed Scotch tape and he needed manila folders. Because there's like, I guess this thing where you staple together manila folders and it's easy to go through things rather than like flipping pages. It's like a law school thing, I guess he said. But yeah, and he like appreciated it so much. He's like, do you want to do a date night this weekend? And he's like, just to like, cause you were so amazing. Like he appreciates me and like the little things that I do. And I'm like, I'm a really big, like loving to do things for people, like, and doing little nuanced things. Like I'll fill up his cup of water that he likes to drink out of with ice and water before he gets home, like almost every day. And just do things without him asking, because that's like, that's one of my love languages toward people. I don't necessarily care about acts of service toward me. I more want like the time spent and the affection and all of that stuff. But like, I like doing that for him, and he actually sees it and appreciates it. And it's like really, really nice. Also, we played that game. I don't know if I told you guys this yet. No, because it was during my birthday weekend. We went, oh my God. I have footage of this, but we went camping, and then we brought that game. And I think I might have told you guys this. I don't know. But I feel like I haven't posted a video since then, so it's weird. We played that game where it like asks you deep questions, and we just like, it was so cute. And I was also doing a time lapse of the sunset for my upcoming video. So the time lapse caught us just like being cute and cuddly in many different like positions and just like talking and stuff while the sun goes down. And I didn't realize that it was capturing us. I thought it was only capturing like the sunset and like part of the campsite, but it actually captured us sitting in the chairs, and I was like, oh, this is the cutest thing ever. And it happened to be PG too, so I can totally use it. I have a bunch of fucking things I want to talk to you guys about in videos. I just have to get like this happiness out. And it's so funny because I was talking to my friend. I went to lunch with my friend. I think that's all I can say. Yeah, my friend. And I was like, dude, I am so happy. And it sounds so gay, but like to just be like, I'm happy. I don't know. It's like, and to allow myself to be happy and not be like worried that like it's gonna come crashing down. I'm just like, fuck it. I have faith in this, and I have faith that we will work through whatever. So like when I get these little like fears or insecurities about like, well, what if this comes up, or what if that comes up? Like I know now that we'll work together to stay together, because I know that it's not just me being annoying and him acquiescing to my bullshit. It's him actually appreciating me and wanting to make me happy, and vice versa, right? I don't know. So the condo is ripped to shreds. I will try to post like some footage or pictures here while I'm talking about it, but oh my God, like I've had so many issues with this shit. So drains, I don't even want to get into the nuances of this shit really, but I'm going to a little bit so you can feel my frustration. So my contractor keeps coming up with new problems. He says like, oh, you need to demolish and see what's going on before we can make decisions. And then he'll demolish something and then tell me I have to come there in that day to make decisions, and it can't be over the phone. Stuff like that. And so it's so annoying because I'm like, dude, I gotta work. I have like a schedule set out. I've actually been really good at planning things. Like I have a little mini like simple calendar now on my phone that also translates over to the iPhone calendar. And like, so I have everything that I need to do on my calendar, and it's like, you know, set up so that I'm gonna have not much time in the day because I work way too much. And so like, I'm like, dude, I can't fucking swing that. It's 20 minutes there plus a minimum of 10 minutes for you to talk to me, then 20 minutes back. And this happened today most annoyingly because yesterday I was supposed to film all the stuff I'm filming right now. However, the maid was there from 10:30 to fucking 3:30. And I'm like, dude, that's my fucking work time. Like, what the fuck? So, oh, it was so stressful. So he calls me and he's like, yo, we realized that the drain is only an 1.5-inch drain or an inch drain or whatever, and by law or whatever code, you have to have a 2-inch drain for a shower, or 2.5, I don't fucking know. So he's like, we gotta go to the unit under you, talk them into like literally letting them open up their fucking ceiling below my shit, and like fumble in there. And like, I was like, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't say yes to this. And he's like, oh yeah, they're going to say yes, but it'll be a higher possibility that they'll say yes if you come. And I'm like, I literally have like 2 hours to film, edit, and then film something else, edit that, upload it. And like, what the fuck? It's Friday. Like I can't do that. And he was like, well, we got to do it. Like, it's, you know, it's delaying the job. And like, I talked to Hunter, and Hunter's like, he's such a good rock for me. Like, I was stressed out. I'm like, oh, I got to fucking go over there. And you know, like, I don't have much time to work today. He was like, literally tell them no, tell them this is their problem. And the reason they want you to come today so badly is because they're losing money. And I was just like, you're right. You're right. He's like, stand your ground. And like, I'm a pretty combative stand your ground person, but like to have someone tell me like, no, fuck that. And then I'll tell him like my problem with it. I'm like, I don't want to delay the job. I don't want there to be a possibility that they say no because I'm not there. But it worked out. I ended up telling him, no, just fucking go yourself. And like I thought, I would have driven 20 minutes there, knocked and no one answered, and then 20 minutes back, and I would want to kill myself. Like literally. That's what happened. Nobody answered. So he goes to the HOA, And the HOA is like, oh, you're in luck. This is owned by an investment property that owns like 100 units in this building. So they're definitely going to call you back and definitely let you know that it'll be okay. And then he and I are like, you know, we should say that it's like an emergency. Because, I mean, it kind of is, but I don't know. So, yeah, we have a plumbing emergency. And the investment property is obviously going to say yes because they don't give a shit about their tenants. They're just going to be like, tenants, shut the fuck up. This is our property. You're just a renter. And then we're going to go in there and get the job done. But like, oh my God, so many little things like that have been popping up. And they always want me to go the day of. And that's like the only really thing that's been causing me any stress is this. I've had a lot of little extremely stressful things happen in the last 2 years, like taking me out of my comfort zone, my little bubble of just like being in the house with Jay and never leaving and never having any social interaction. Like one of the people who I thought was one of my closer friends, once again, like it's so funny because it's always the same dude's girlfriend, but like it's a different girlfriend this time. Like once again, I find out that there's been some tomfoolery, which I don't even want to talk about. I don't want to talk about social drama because I don't give a fuck about it. All I know is this person was talking badly behind my back and skewed how I was viewing other people and told secrets that they weren't supposed to tell. So like I've cut another friend out of my life kind of while hesitantly doing so because I'm like, oh, this is one of Hunter's best friend's girlfriends, so I'm supposed to be friends with these people, right? I don't need friends. I just need you guys. That's all I fucking need, honestly. Like I was so much happier not having to deal with other people. However, I am very shocked at how many people I'm okay with being around and how often without like pulling my hair out. Like I actually don't mind the social interaction and all of that. Like we had a fun Friendsgiving. That was the thing I was going to skip because I didn't feel good. But then I ended up like taking some Tums. I don't know. I was having like shooting pains in my stomach. Like no reason. Didn't have to take a shit. Wasn't on my period. It was just like, and I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, do you want to stay home? Anyway, I don't know. I feel like I've reached another level of intimacy and like being in love that I've never reached before, that I didn't know was like even possible really. So it's like a cool chapter in my life. And no matter what happens, like I really feel like we can work through anything. I feel like when you fall in love with someone, staying in the honeymoon phase, staying in love, staying together, that's all like a choice that you work toward and you have to put the work in to do it, you know? But I don't see our honeymoon phase ending anytime soon. Like it's like what, a year and a half now? And I'm like, oh my God, even more like into him than ever. Like it's so crazy because I literally don't give a shit about any other guy. Like I literally don't. And every time I'm making content for OnlyFans or something, I have to channel like thinking about him, which has made my content hotter though too, because like, I don't know, just, you know if you're on there, you know if you're on there. You know, I've been pushing boundaries and having fun because I'm like so sexually charged all the time, you know, and just living my best life, honestly. So that's basically what's been going on. I've been working a fuck ton on those sites and just like I make money now to have fun with him, like to snowboard. Like we went snowboarding first time in the season, waiting for more powder. And then we have like a trip to Breckenridge in between Christmas and New Year's, which I'm definitely going to film, which I'm so excited for because I'm getting a little better at snowboarding. I'm better at left turning with right foot forward. So turning this way with my back to the slope of the mountain and stuff. Like I'm getting better at all of that. And I just love it. My finger, it looks a little weird still. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's like a little weird shaped still. And I can only do like that much. Like, you know, on this hand, I can completely close it. On this one, I can't. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I go to PT once a week. And that's another thing I have to fit into my schedule. But I miss you guys. And my goal is to literally like just not do anything else during the day except for just work my ass off. I actually really like being so busy that I don't stop for lunch and then I'm just like, go, 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 go. It makes me feel fulfilled to work really hard and stuff. And sometimes I procrastinate and don't know how to not procrastinate. So I like being in the zone, in the flow state where everything's just like fluid and I just get a fuck ton of shit done. Like when Hunter was preparing for the Supreme Court thing, I got so much work done because I like couldn't like go fawning over him or like thinking about him or whatever. I was just like, work, work, work. He's kicking ass. It makes me want to kick ass more. And I just want to create the content. Like I was watching some of my videos, my older ones, and I'm like, I want to create this content again, but better. And I want to fucking buckle down and have fun with this shit. And I just want to optimize my money making and my investing and just like get ready for the future. And I'm excited for all of it. And I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I know it was probably a lot. And I know I haven't put out a substantive video in a while. I will. I have a list of videos where I'm going to give my opinions, and it's going to be great, and we're going to rant, and I'm going to have a lot of fun. So, yeah, enjoy this shirt doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It never fit. But I've never tried to wear it with a bra, which for some reason makes it a lot worse. Like, usually I could button this button here. I actually ripped it trying to fucking button it today. This has always fit the same since I bought it. Just tight as fuck everywhere, and then definitely can't wear a bra with it because then I can't squish my tits as much. All right. I hope you've enjoyed looking at my very exposed bra area, and I hope that some of my happiness can kind of rub off on you guys so you guys can be happier. I love you so much and miss you so much. Happy to be back. I want to stick to once a week at least. And then if I can on Tuesdays as well, like I used to. So sometimes 2 times a week, sometimes once a week. My videos actually seem to be better. Not be better. They seem to perform better when I wait a whole week. I think because more people have time to watch it and I'm not like choking people with content. And then it also gives me more time to edit it better. Not that this video is going to be hard to edit because I got to do it like in an hour or so, but normally I'll have time to edit a B-roll sequence and maybe make it a little more streamlined and do things I want to do, because often I will cut corners a little bit on creativity because I just feel like I'm swamped. And doing more customs on OnlyFans, just trying to streamline everything and make everyone happy and make myself happy because I like being productive. Bye guys, I love you. Talk to you soon.